All right, everybody. We're not going to spend 30 minutes on Man U today, but we are going to spend at least 3. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new edition of the Swift Geeks podcast. I'm Alex. With me, as always, Nate and Steve. Ben has decided to skip this one, mainly because Man United are shite. Low-hanging fruit. Let's pick it.
Let's pick it, dude. Take a big bite out of that low-hanging fruit, dude. Were you picking fruit from my window right there? I think you just picked fruit from up here.
Yeah, that was yeah. I'll take some fruit from over here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What kind of fruit you have? You got like a cherry farm or like
peaches, dude. I got great,
peaches.
huge peaches.
Yeah. Fuzzy.
Up here we got cherries and we got apples. That's about that's our fruit.
Dude, I've been to a cherry farm in Michigan, northern Michigan. It was nice. It was good. Some fresh cherries. I went to the cherry festival.
Nice.
Yeah. Had pancakes flipped at me once. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Did you say pancakes flipped at you?
Yeah, they
I don't know about cherry pancakes.
Yeah, they make cherry pancakes and they flip them at you from like 5 to 10 feet away. It's pretty good.
I don't know.
I'd try it. Nate, if you tried, I'd try it.
I would try it. You would need to feed me. I would need you to feed them to me though.
I hear they flip them at you, so you just
I don't even need it.
At least 10 feet away.
It's like a hibachi. It's like a hibachi restaurant.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
That would be. They could. You could easily request that somewhere at a hibachi restaurant. You definitely could. They would do it.
Yeah,
pancakes.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen the
ingredients. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
Anyway,
Man United.
Man United.
Where do we even begin? Knocked out the FA Cup. I don't even know where they are in the Prem, to be honest with you. 13th place.
14th.
I thought 15th. I think it's.
Let's take a look. 14th place, 33 points. So probably not going to get relegated. So they got.
We're Tottenham. If you have it right there, we're Tottenham.
13th place with 33 points as well. Better goal difference. Positive 14 for Spurs. Negative 6 for Man United. Harry Maguire, not a stalwart defender.
I think he's been one of their best players.
Yeah. To be honest,
it is like and I watched this entire game because I placed a small wager on it, and I am staring at the lineup trying to remember something notable. Like what was something? It was the most boring game I've ever watched. That's all I had to say about it. And also really funny that ESPN FC, of course, like the worst coverage of football on earth. They were covering it, and Craig Burley was like, who's winning? Craig Burley is just like United, and I just like Fulham's winning, and of course they did. It's like he just thought United has this big game PK mentality. Like, dude, look at these players. It's just
It's reverse Kramer of football analysis.
That's a good one.
I think there's some talk amongst I guess the higher ups of Man U that their main goal was to be back to Premier League winning ways in 3 seasons. That is lofty, and that is a far way away. How many managers do you think we'll have between now and then?
3 seasons.
Yeah.
No, I actually think United. Go ahead, Nate.
No, you go ahead. I need to think about a better answer.
I was gonna say I think United is a club perhaps where their manager will probably be afforded a little bit more time than I think maybe like a Chelsea or a Chelsea is the only one I can think of. I mean, yeah, OGS that was was United, but Erik ten Hag, I mean, he had what? He had over 2 years ? Is that right? He had over 2 full seasons, correct?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
So a United manager, I think we can. It's safe to say we'll get a fair amount of time. The fact that that there's rumors of him going already, I think is not good. But I don't know how much truth there is in that.
Yeah. I should state that the 3-year plan would coincide with Man U's 150th anniversary, 2028. would be their 150th season. So that's kind of the get back to glory milestone for them.
I think everybody can agree that success for United is not going to be overnight, and I think everybody can agree that United's success is going to be a slow burn, and it's going to take time. I think everybody knows that. Even the most unhappy United fans, I think they know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think it's been burning since like 2011.
So but just wanting to hit the eject button, you can't have an itchy trigger finger on the eject button because you're just never gonna move past step one in your rebuild or your whatever.
Reboot.
Even with the rebuild, I'm still just staring at this lineup. Like Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire, and maybe Ugarte. Everything. I think everyone else is like objectively bad. Like not, and some of those players are also past the age where you can't really expect them to like flip a switch and be good. Like Casemiro, I think we all know he's gonna go. But and poor Xerxes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I feel bad for him. I liked him at Bologna too, but him taking the penalty, he walked up and I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, and it was a really bad penalty, and it got saved.
Every United player that's left United, I feel like their stock's gone. Their stocks have gone up. So it's difficult to say that every
Anthony
United.
Yeah. I mean,
Anthony's still gone up. His stock's gone up.
Oh, dude, he has like 4 or 5 goals and assists in all of his matches.
He's doing great. Rashford's doing better.
Yeah.
Rashford's doing better. I'm trying to think of who else is left. Names are escaping me right now, but everybody has gone on to do. I mean, Welbeck, he's had I would say the most enjoyable time. I can't speak for him, but I would imagine that he would say that the most enjoyable time of his career. He's probably been at Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you see his goal. Who did they play? They played. Let me go back. They beat Brighton. Beat. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alex. They played Newcastle. Yeah. I'm sorry. I really forgot. I'm sorry.
Now you want to talk about another team that is low hanging fruit right now?
No, oh my dude. I'm sorry. That ship was pretty clean. I thought he was offsides, but that was a pretty. Yeah. Sorry, pal.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. We lost the game to a player that we had to sell in Minte, but it's all good. And we are just in a poor run of I think something stupid like close to 10 games, maybe only 6, which is close to 10 of not scoring in the last half hour. We're pretty dependable on getting Alexander Isak a goal in some form. We're dependable on kind of scoring a goal that gets pulled away either from offsides or like a VAR review. And then we just can't do anything in the last half. So it's kind of, it's just putting a lot of pressure on a lot of things. Fans getting a little itchy, as they do. There's
Europe's on the line. I mean, you got sixth place, right? 6th place?
Yeah, 6th place right now. I mean, it's like all in perspective. We're still in the hunt for European spots.
Definitely.
Let's relax a little bit there. But, there was like big dreams of us doing the double cup. We got the Carabao Cup final still to go. But the Premier League match against Liverpool didn't yield good signs before that. And then I think Anthony Gordon is going to be able to play for some reason. He got a red card in this FA Cup match. I think there was some appeal that allows him to now play in the Carabao Cup final. It's ridiculous. Like
that would be great for my FPL team. I would love that. Yeah. I have Anthony Gordon, but I don't understand
somebody on the pitch.
When I hear him speak, like I remember even during the World Cup, and he was speaking, and I hated him before that. And I'm like, this guy, he sounds so. He answers questions so nicely, and he listens, and I'm like, he seems so good. And then you see him a slightly off the ball foul, just pushing someone into the neck and the head. Like, what's this guy's deal? I just don't know. I don't know.
It's that Liverpool in him,
I mean, he is an Everton player to a T. Little shithouse. I mean, but you guys will need him for the final. Him and Isak will need to start.
I already saw something about, I don't even know if it was a real quote. All these days, I don't even know what's real anymore. But Isak was already saying like, I've enjoyed my time here at Newcastle. I think I've proven that I'm a
I
striker
saw
that's
that too.
capable of, basically being at a top team that's fighting for Champions League and for the titles and wherever that may be, kind of deal. It's like, dude, this guy's gone in the summer. This guy's gone in the summer. We're gonna have to sell Callum Wilson, and we're gonna have no striker.
Well, how much are you gonna fetch for him? So
150 mil easily.
Yeah, or
I
we
know
could give
Ben's a hater
you
on that, but
we could give you
150 mil.
Darwin Nunez. I'll give you Darwin Nunez and 160 million.
Sold.
And we can do that.
Done.
Okay, all right,
Done.
okay.
And then we'll buy him back in about 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, Newcastle are a bag of dicks right now, to be honest with you. But it's all good. It's all good. I saw a picture of Tommy Tuchel. He was out partying with some ex-Chelsea players. Just once again adding to the idea that he's not up for it for the England match or for the England job. That's all I'm going to say about that. He was out with Mason Mount, Jorginho, and Reece James. A couple photos.
I don't know if those are the best.
Out partying in the club.
That's hilarious. Wait, that's Virginia right there. Wow, that's
yeah, Jorginho.
yeah, that's interesting.
Him and Mason Mount.
They're all doing the same pose. We're just doing the same pose over and over.
Yeah, I guess this is how it goes. Anyway.
Yeah,
Tommy Two Chains getting down and dirty. Can't make it to any Premier League matches, but he can make it to the club. So, World Cup ain't gonna go
well. Two things. You mentioned a little bit ago about that, or you did, Nate, about the Fantasy Premier League. I found out this weekend that my boss, or one of my bosses, is.
Oh, that's right. He's like
of the 11 million people who play Fantasy Premier League. This guy I know is consistently, and it's not like it's his peak. He consistently remains in the top 2,000 of 11 million, putting him in the top 2.01 something % of players in Premier League fantasy. Like,
I want to see his team. Can you get that?
I can't.
Homework?
Yeah, I could.
X5?
Yeah, homework. Yeah, yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but my coworkers are in this league with them, and it doesn't sound like it'd be fun. But
why aren't you included in this league?
I've never had the longevity.
Didn't get the invite.
I would.
No.
I'm the guy in any fantasy league that will put in one lineup and then never touch it ever again. That's me.
Yeah.
It's my toxic trait. Just
You're
never
like
go back
Steve
to it.
Bruce of fantasy football.
Yeah.
I love that. I always love that little, like, what's that meme of him when he walks into the press conference? He's like, "Oh yeah, me too." Just like nuts. It's so funny, dude. Oh, Stevie.
And then another thing I wanted to mention, I just saw this because you mentioned about the World Cup. The FIFA Club World Cup. So the FIFA Club World Cup, which always takes place the year before the real World Cup, and it also takes place in the host nation of the World Cup. So the Club World Cup will be happening in America, Canada, Mexico. Have you guys seen photos of what the ball will be looking like for the Club World Cup?
I feel like I've read about this.
I've got it right here. I can either share screen or just put it up, but that's
show us your balls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, let's go. Wow.
Oh,
that's nice.
Damn,
kind of interesting.
That's kind of American.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see really any Mexico or Canada inspo unless there's nope. That is nothing but stars and stripes on that thing.
There you go.
But I'm really curious to see what the World Cup ball is going to be looking like. I feel like the World Cup ball always looks just
clean.
I don't know. It's always something I got super excited for in the lead up to a tournament. So, but yeah, the ball looks. I mean, looks. I don't think it looks too bad.
Steve, do you know when they're supposed to announce the host cities?
They've been announced.
Really?
Yeah, the final is at MetLife.
I'm on their Wikipedia page. Oh, here we go. Oh, and guess who has a game? As I thought,
the
Charlotte North Kakalaki, baby. Let's go.
Do they actually?
Awesome. Yeah.
I thought Chicago was gonna have one. They don't. The closest one to us in Michigan, I think, is Toronto, or I think the next like one in Kansas, and then there's one in. I think they skipped. Did they skip? Do you have it all right there, Nate?
Yeah, I got all the cities.
Do they have one in Ohio anywhere? Any of those C cities? There's so many of them.
Stamp C
Columbus,
cities.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Okay. Since he's probably the closest one to us then, maybe. Or I mean
Ooh,
Toronto. I mean Toronto's not far
DC,
from us.
Kansas
Orlando,
City is
Miami.
11.5 hours away from you.
I mean, I'm just thinking the Midwest. I really thought that they would have had one in Chicago. Chicago is huge. That's a
Yeah.
huge. It's like the gateway to the West. Or no, that's actually St. Louis. But
I
but
was
you
gonna
know,
say,
I don't know.
that sounds like an actual city slogan. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
that's
Chicago.
actually St. Louis. So it's
I
not.
was like, what, that's. I was like, dude, is that a shameless play? Are you a big St. Louis guy? Are you,
Sorry,
No,
sorry
no.
to slight St. Louis, Missouri.
I just think Chicago is so big that for it to get swerved on as a host city, I think is kind of wild. But who knows?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna be able to go to one anyway. I think at the I was talking to one of my coworkers about like just the possibility of attending a World Cup match, and I think they were talking about, I don't know if it was a Club World Cup or something like that, but it was like like the starting prices were like $500, and we're not even talking about the World Cup yet. We're not even talking about the real World Cup. So
Thanks.
I just don't think I'm gonna be able to drop a casual 1,000 to go watch,
No.
you know, Turkey versus Paraguay. You know, I just don't know if I can do that. Because if
I
it's
get the
America,
slap.
if a USA is playing in a game, you know that game is ticket prices are going to command a premium
Mhm.
for sure.
I would say, like at least I would say $500, $600, or $700 for nosebleeds. I would even say.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least.
Depends where
I
it
don't
is.
know, man.
And it also depends where it is, right?
Right. I'm not super excited. I'm kind of excited that I feel like a lot of the big stuff gets kind of shifted over to the West Coast. I'm glad that the World Cup. I'm glad the final is on the East side. I think that's cool. Maybe like if you could be around some watch, yeah, exactly. Maybe you could be around some watch parties. Like, I bet you there's some really cool watch parties about a train ride. You know, because the East is so connected with trains
Yeah.
that you could get to some watch parties pretty quickly. That could be some pretty cool atmosphere out there. But in terms of getting into a game, I feel like I feel like I am as likely to have gone to a World Cup game, the last one in Qatar, than I am to in my own country. You know what I mean? In my own country, I'm just not going to be able to afford anything. I don't know. We'll see. That's an exaggeration, but that's how I feel.
Invest in the stonks right now. Buy the dip.
Yeah, seriously.
Buy the dip. and
Buy
you'll get
one
into
Apple
it.
stock. Buy one Apple or Nike stock right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go,
Yeah.
Steve.
Cheap ones. Yeah.
Steve, we're gonna get you in. We're gonna get you.
Yeah. I
We're
feel
gonna-
good about it.
We're gonna sneak you into a Kansas City game somehow. We're gonna.
I've snuck
We're
into the
gonna-
stadium before.
The Feds.
That was like 10 years ago, though.
Feds are watching.
Did it once, you could do it again.
Yeah, dude. We just gained a new listener, dude. And I said they're here, dude. They just
they got the communication on lockdown.
They probably
You're
buffed up security ever since.
Don't open any links sent through like a sketchy text message. You might
only
want
one.
to keep your phone
Okay.
off for a while.
we're gonna burn it.
If I don't make it to next week's pod, you know what happened.
Right. Yeah, Steve got whacked.
Yeah. Oh shit, they weren't playing around.
They fucking killed Steve.
They're taking this security real serious at this World Cup. They were quick.
Guy skipped on like a $200 ticket and they just
Yeah.
whacked him.
Yeesh. Well,
Anyway, Steve, how's Celtic doing?
Celtic, a little bit of a scare. I think we played St. Mirren at the weekend, and I think it was at
Great Scott.
we were at I think it was 1-1 for it was 1-1 for a piece. Then we went to 2-1, and then kind of got a little bit carried away, and then it ended up being 5-2. I think is what it ended, which brought us to a positive goal difference of 70.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Positive goal difference of
Yeah.
70. The gap between I don't think it's passable anymore. It's not.
Yeah, 16 points.
Yeah, it's 16 points. Aberdeen has really fallen off ever since Christmas. I think they lost 2 games from the start of the season until Christmas, and then since Christmas onward, they've lost like all of them but 2.
Wow.
I don't know what happened, but Father Christmas brought him
coal.
brought him a bunch of coal, and yeah. And the coal to goal rate, the exchange rate is just tanking right now. But yeah. So
did you guys talk about the cruel exit from Champions League? Not to dig up old bodies, but
I mean,
no, not really.
That was a brutal way to go.
I've talked about it a lot to a lot of people, so it feels like I have. But gosh, we made, I don't know. But
minutes away from a first win on German soil ever.
Well, yeah, I guess that would have been first win, right? It was going to go to extra time because on aggregate, but you're right, would have been technically a win, I suppose. But yeah, last kick of the game, Charlie Davies, you bastard.
Steve, I just felt so deflated after that. I was standing up. I was like, all right, like, come on. And I just go, I just felt, I was like, I think I just immediately reached my phone. I was like, Steve needs me. I need to comfort him. Steve needs me.
All of the players, you could tell. I mean, they just tried so hard, and as soon as that goal went in, everyone. I mean, you could see in the body language, everybody was on the floor,
except for Schmeichel.
Schmeichel was laying down. He like went down for a bit, and it was just kind of like.
And then he got up.
And then he got up. He's like, okay, we have to go. We have to go. And I was like,
that's some brownie points. I like that a lot.
Yep.
That was good.
I've always loved Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah, me too. He's good.
But yeah, really. I mean, that game, you could say this about every game, but that game could truly have went so south.
Yeah.
For us, that it's a bummer how it ended, of course, but I don't feel bad having lost that game in the way that we lost that game. You know, like that's Europe's elite. That is Europe's top 5 every season, like top team on that continent, and to boss them like that, or not boss them essentially, but to hold your own against them at their own ground, is knowing what you have to accomplish to be able to progress. Like, you already know it's a tall order. It's a tall order having to play Bayern Munich any day of the week. It's a taller order to have to do it away, and it's a taller order knowing that you've already played your first leg and you're not going back home. And you know what I mean? Like, the circumstances kind of build this scenario of like really David versus Goliath, and David gave him got right to the end. And I think it also with Celtic having progressed to the knockouts for the first time in like 12 years, 12, 13 years, was something to really be excited about. It's a great showing. I want to see progress. I want to see this not just be a one-off and then we go back to the what we're used to with Celtic in the Champions League. I would like to see us build from this. But gosh, what a way to go out. I saw the first half and then I had to board a flight. And
that's brutal, man. That's brutal.
What's even more brutal is that I was going for work and I missed the home fixture because I was flying to work. And then I missed the away fixture because I was flying back from work. But I saw the first half, and I couldn't believe, can't believe it. And then, got off the plane after the second half had gone over, and I'm in, Celtic supporters chat blowing up, the P chat's blowing up, everything's blowing up, and I'm just like, and I'm seeing them come through one by one, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, did it happen? Oh,
No, you did not deserve that. Not deserved.
but it's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. It's the way she goes. But it's a proud campaign, proud Champions League campaign. Looking back on it in the rear view, super proud of them. I think everybody in Scotland can be proud of them. Yeah, I hope we build from there.
Seems like the format suits you as well. At least give you a
100%.
little extra chance here and there.
100% suits us. It suits the smaller teams. It does not suit. I would say it negatively impacts the higher teams. It doesn't it doesn't have a neutral effect. I think it hurts the bigger teams.
I'm a little peeved that we have to play PSG. If I'm being honest, we conceded 3. I think we conceded we lost 1 game, and we have to play PSG.
There's a good chunk of big teams that have to play a lot more games.
And I don't love it's there's extra. What is it? Extra
4 more games. The big teams that did not qualify outright for the knockouts had to play an extra 4 games. That's
that could be a dagger for a lot of teams. I mean, not that it really matters for City. I mean, I think Madrid's fighting Barcelona right now. I don't know what that table looks like, but
they're it's tight in Spain right now.
I
think Athletic.
Wow.
It's real tight. Yeah.
Barcelona, Atletico, Real, and it's 3 points between them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like that.
How's Leganes doing? Our team.
Leganes, dude, they might be Liga. Whatever Liga B. It's not B. It's not
Liga Santander.
Santander, it's Santander, yeah. Leganes is in there. Do you have a connection to Leganes?
Liga Segunda.
Why? Why do you have a connection to Leganes?
I used to work with somebody whose dad owns the team.
There we go.
Casual.
Let's get him on the pod.
Casual.
You filthy casual.
If we as a podcast each have, if we start a Swift Kicks Premier League fantasy league, and if we decide to have like a segment or anything like that, I'll get that guy from work on here.
Yeah,
we get some tidbits of info. We get a little segment.
Yeah, dude. He's like I'm
brainstorming live here.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see Steve's 442. That's all I'm living for. Bruce Ball every weekend.
I will tell you, Salah. I have Salah. Salah puts in work, dude. Let me tell you, that guy's a Ballon d'Or baby. Ballon d'Or. I think so.
Not to go back to Man U, but there were 2 other things. Scott McTominay was floated as a possible person to come save Man U. Just great. And then there's a person who runs a Manchester United fan account online that I actually do want to reach out to as a potential guest, who is not going to shave his hair until they win 5 games in a row, and it's been like 179 days.
Oh my God! Yes, we should. I think he should maybe be like, don't lose in 5. Maybe like that's win 5 straight's pretty ridiculous. Let's get him on. I like it.
Yeah. What is it? Refusing to cut my hair until they win 5 games. Yeah, it's wild. So anyway, anybody got a where are they now?
If Steve does his boots thing, I will think of a where are they now.
Oh wait, Steve,
nice.
I saw this is on the tweeter. Our Nike Mercurial Vapor 1 regenerations, are those new?
Yeah, I mean they've done
a couple of them. I mean they look.
They've done one. Yeah, they've done one color. So they've already done the silver. They've done a silver. They're gonna do those black ones that you just showed, and they're also gonna do an orange one.
Ooh. Yeah. Love that.
Those black ones are coming out. I've heard that they're not 1-to-1. I think I don't think the upper might be 1-to-1, but the sole plate is the modern sole plate. Okay. I don't know if they're one. I don't know if they're 1-to-1. They might be on the upper, but I've heard that the ankle. I don't know how to describe it, but like the opening for your foot, like the ankle part, is
Yeah.
really really big. So
Yeah.
it's not that you don't have that much lockdown when you've got them all laced up because the it's just kind of it's wide the hole.
Yeah.
But I don't know how else to say it, but they look the aesthetics and the nostalgia, of course, is. I'm honestly super surprised that Nike does not. I mean, this is probably more for boot nerds, techie kind of group I'm talking to here, but Adidas does their like business model of boots. They do remakes and special edition boots. I swear, like twice a month.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. They do it so much. They have done so many re-releases of the Predator Mania and the Predator, the Predator Precision, the Predator, you name it, they've redone it, gave it a new paint job, everything. And Nike have not like touched on any of they don't do any remakes.
Right.
Like the CTRs, which have like a cult classic, T90s, which are a cult classic, some of the older Tiempos, which are cult classics. The Ronaldinho line of Tiempos
Yep.
that these
Oh
cats
yeah, I
had
remember.
back in the
It
day.
had the
I
little
mean,
R on it. That was
yeah,
little. Yeah, oh, I love those. Those are nice.
so many to choose from in Nike's catalog of iconic boots that people would love to purchase, and they just choose to not do remakes. And you're seeing it a little bit with these original Vapors. They're going to be releasing the T90. They're doing T90 indoor shoes,
Interesting.
but if you're going all that way, why would you stop there? I
Just
don't
put some
understand. I just
put
don't.
some spikes on them.
Yeah, dude, put some. Yeah, I don't fully understand the rationale behind that. But Nike has a lot of potential, but I don't know really what Nike's trying. I think Nike's kind of going through a little bit of a
Reboot.
yeah, a bit of a reboot on trying to figure out what presence, how big of a footprint or an impact they want to be having in the football realm. They're pulling out of a lot of. I mean, we're looking at the last Premier League ball right now. Soak it up. That 25-year contract's coming to a close. It's going to be Puma next year. Speaking of that ball that the Premier League ball that they're playing with now, that's got
Sick.
that's got some nostalgia to it.
T90, right? That's
Yeah, the T90
Do you
Geo
think they just
Merlin.
maybe they're like looking for a different way to approach the game because they just have never recaptured T90?
I don't know. But see, there
Because
are
that was
some.
everything. It was the kits, it
Yeah,
was the ball, it was the
Mhm.
boots, it was
I think it
the
was
Yeah.
just the air, but
commercials, it
Iconic
was
brand.
everything.
I think there's a lot of. I think yeah, I think you've touched on a handful of them. I think there's a lot of things, a lot of factors about that surround that time that make those so special. I mean, the players that wore them,
Yeah.
the how y- then the marketing, like you saw like on TV commercials. Social media really wasn't a thing, so you'd only see it like on TV, or if you're watching the games, it wasn't just constantly accessible to you on TikTok, Instagram
Early
Reels, all
YouTube.
that stuff. So it was more special. It was more, you know,
Yeah.
more desensitized to constant stimulation from videos all the time and seeing the brand new, and also the schedule of products from all the brands. Back then, I mean, you had maybe two time blocks of color ways that would drop within a season. Like the Predator, for example, would have a beginning of season colorway, and then they might have one like after Christmas, like in the new year, and then that was it. Now it's like there's a new color of the boots.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter because once you get the new boot, the next new boot is only 2 weeks away, and it's like you're
Yeah.
old news now. So it's just that constant pipeline of. It was less so back then. It was way more dialed back. That goes for Nike, Puma, Adidas, everybody. The
Yeah.
schedule, the product schedule was way more spread out. So things mattered more. They were more relevant. there's a lot of things. I could go on a long tangent about that, but I think that stuff is interesting.
Yeah.
But you're right, that T90 stuff does strike a chord of like a really strong
yeah.
chord of nostalgia. And I don't think
yeah.
they've recaptured that feeling, that baggy kits and a T90 ball and, you know, like the Vapor
Yeah.
the Vapor 3s, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
It's tough. It's
Game's gone, mate.
Game is gone. Game is
it's
gone.
gone somewhere. It's not gone, but it's gone
No,
somewhere
game's
different.
gone.
It's
Game's
lost.
gone. It's lost, dude. Lost to a past that we will never
But
reclaim.
speaking of products and boots and new stuff coming out all the time, we got some new stuff.
We're
Let's
doing an unboxing right now.
yeah, we do some unboxing.
Yeah, Steve's going full screen.
Just for the listeners,
Solo.
Steve is
Yeah.
not taking off his pants right now. He's unboxing boots. If you can hear that sound, that's
Yeah. The pants are staying on. We are unpackaging a pair of boots, a brand new pair of boots
I hope his
that
pants
I'm
aren't crinkly.
particularly excited about.
Steve is wearing Ruffles chips bag for his pants.
All right.
Ooh, we
Wow.
got a box inside of a bag.
So the box of these, wow, that's pretty special for an Adidas
Ooh,
box, to
sexy
be
box.
honest.
Oh,
I mean,
Damn nice.
so
box.
you can
keep
see,
that box.
so
Eat that
so
box.
these are the Predator moments. This is what they are, and you can't really tell from here, but this is a number 7, and that's a number 5. And the number 7, this is David Beckham's goal, that free kick goal against Greece.
Oh wow.
Yep,
wow.
that's what that is. And this is this is Zinedine Zidane's volley in the 2002 final of the Champions League.
Wow.
That is so sick. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that is dope.
And it even
Ironically-
says there's certain call outs, like that final was played in at Hampden Park in
Mhm.
Glasgow. It says Glasgow, Scotland. It says the date and the minute in which that goal was scored.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Ironically,
cool
if you
touches.
go back to that number 5, so
Oh,
it
yeah, sure.
has the run up and the cross to the
Oh,
number
yes.
5, which
Yeah,
was done by
yes.
Roberto Carlos in Nike boots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alex, love that. Love that. Love it.
There's where the goal goes in, of course. But and then the other side, they've got Manchester, England, October
Yeah,
6th,
'cause they were rebuilding
2001.
Wembley.
Yeah. So let's open. So I don't have a. Wow, it slides. Oh, it just comes off the top like that. Okay.
Wow.
That's cool.
Like in this box.
We got the string bag,
Yeah,
classic.
Nice.
Classic string bag. Your stuff on how to. Who cares? The paper's also got the same decal as the outside of the box does, which is cool. Like the goals and the position of the walls and stuff like that. All right, and here are the boots. The piece
Ooh.
de resistance.
The gorgeous.
Those.
Let's
Pull it
engage.
out.
Yeah, dude, we're doing this right here on Swift Kicks.
Oh yeah. Oh
Front
gosh.
studs.
Do it slower.
ASMR. Let me hear the thwack.
Yeah.
Can you run your fingernails across the top of the boot? It looks like there's some texture.
Oh
in
yeah.
there. We might
Oh,
mess something up.
yeah. This is gonna take us a little bit of time. So, these are the boots. They've got the OG Predator eyes from '94 when the Predator was first released. There's some certain callbacks. So, you can also see. I know that this is the left boot. The left boot because Zidane scored his volley with his left foot. That whole setup is right here in the
That is
the insert of the boot. You're right. It's got Roberto Carlos receiving the ball, crossing the ball, where it's at, where all of his teammates. There's circles and X's. There's circles, and you can see where his teammates were, where the opposition were. The X right behind Zidane, that's Michael Ballack for Leverkusen, getting first row seats to him losing a final.
Hilarious. The loser. Evil laugh is the best thing I've ever heard. I love it. I love it.
The Predator fins, which iconic. I mean, can you hear that? Nice and tactile. A lot of grip
Ribbed.
in those. Yeah. Ribbed for the ball's pleasure. And then the original slogan. So when the Predator first dropped, its big slogan was 0%, or I'm sorry, 100% legal, 0% fair. I was to say 0% legal. What are these made out of coke? What's
They're Maradona's boots.
yeah. And they have some commentary. So like after Zidane scored, they have got like goal in Spanish right
wow.
there. The 45th minute right here too. And then I would have to imagine on the right boot, we'll probably see.
Not really appealing to Barcelona fans with this boot here.
No, not much. Same here. 0% legal. I'm sorry, 100% legal, 0% fair. And then what does it say here? It says, "Oh, raise the roof with a goal." Yeah, raise the roof here with a goal. And then they've got the whole setup from the free kick right there, which is difficult to capture on this.
It's a great Easter egg. That's fantastic.
Yeah, 93rd minute because it was the 90 plus third minute right there. And Predator was always kind of, if you remember on the original Predators in 1994, they had a I don't want to call it reptilian because it was kangaroo leather, but they had a very much embodied that Predator. They tried to make these look like animalistic as possible, and the old leather had a like tactile kind of snake skin rubber grain onto it, and they've kind of have like embossments in the matte like there's in breaks in the matte finish where you can kind of see that tactile kind of reminiscent callbacks from the OG Preds. So yeah, I mean they certainly look the business. They look amazing. Not leather, synthetic, which is a bit of a shame, but it's difficult to find a pair of Predators nowadays that get released in the actual colors of what a Predator is supposed to be. Usually you get like off reds, like infrareds or different shades of red that's not the true red that everyone knows it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So to see it finally done with how they're supposed to look is just, I mean, it's a great collector's piece for anybody.
That's
Predator fan, Zidane fan, Beckham fan, you name it. These would not go amiss on any shelf anywhere.
Not a Michael Ballack fan though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Might be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Maybe not biggest Grease fans either.
Yeah. No Caristeas fans.
Dude, that boot is making no appearances in Barcelona or Athens anywhere. It's not. It's like that'd be a great sales are declining.
I think Pedri's been spotted wearing these though.
Oh.
Don't let the Spanish media get a hold of that.
Yeah.
God, they'll freaking kill him.
But, gosh, yeah, they look. I wonder if sometimes I remember with older boots, like not older boots, but like Predators way back in the day, you used to get like pieces of paper, like tidbits of like advertising or like marketing or something like that. You used to get some extra bits. Doesn't look like it here. That's okay, but I mean, just the paper. I mean, everything alone is special for this pair. Nothing about this is used for any other regular pair of Predators that they make today. So. That's cool. Even the box itself. I mean, the box is gorgeous as far as a pair of boots go.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty awesome. So, do they only ever have that Zidane and Beckham sort of icon on it and everything like that, or do they do different ones on different pairs?
No, it's just so the moments is just Zidane and Beckham, and honestly, whenever they do any sort of I mean, Beckham still has a lifelong contract with Adidas. I don't think Zidane does, but Zidane is very present in all of Adidas's, even current marketing for their Predator boots. Anytime they re-release like a Predator Accelerator or any sort of Predator boot, paying homage to the past, it's always without fail Zidane and Beckham used in the marketing for that pair of boots. So it doesn't surprise me that they were also utilized here. To entertain your question further, if it wasn't going to be Beckham and or Zidane, who else would you?
I already have my answer. You guys already know what it is. I'm not even going to say it. So
But which goal then? Which goal?
Olympiacos.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Could be AC. Could be AC Milan.
No, that was this head.
Yeah, but I think that would still be okay. No.
Yeah.
I understand wanting it to be with the boot.
You know what? I love about Steve. He just doesn't even acknowledge. He just goes, "I know exactly what you're talking about. Which goal?" I wish. You little kiss.
I mean, Steven Gerrard is like one of the top ambassadors for a Predator
He was,
boot.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it just goes back to that conversation we had about the players that, the caliber of players that were wearing the boots at the time. And I mean, Stevie G was I mean, that guy embodied what like the Predator boots were all about. So it was a perfect match. But gosh, yeah, I could look at these all day. So I need to get these out of my sight so we can talk about.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now on my screen.
Because I can't stop.
And I'm gonna send you guys that. You guys remember those commercials? Impossible is nothing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, those like those two kids in the street. They're like drafting players and they're walking.
Oh, yeah. That's Jose plus 10. That was the advert.
Yeah, that's right.
2006 World Cup.
That's right. Oh God. Such a good commercial.
The amount of knowledge I have on that stuff is concerning. I could have way more relevant stuff in my head, but that's what lives in there. So
No, I think it's important.
thank you. I tell myself that too.
Yeah.
Trezeguet, Euro 2000 final.
Trezeguet was an F50 player though.
Nah.
Which Euro? Which Euro?
That's crazy.
Euro 2000. I feel like he was in Preds.
Yeah, he was wearing Preds. The later in his career, he was wearing F50s. When the F50 dropped in 2004, that's when he started wearing F50s. But you're right. When he scored that golden time goal for 2000, he was wearing Preds. You're right. I don't think that he
2001 against Germany. England 5, Germany 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of an iconic goal, but I can't think of an iconic goal. But Raul was a big Predator player. Kaká was a massive Predator player.
Any good German player.
Yeah, Patrick Vieira was a big Predator wearer as well. Lampard for a while before the added. Del Piero was a huge one too. Del Piero was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Clivert.
Yeah,
did he wear Preds for?
That's early. You're going back, but yeah, Patrick Clivert was one. Yeah.
I think did he switch to Nike after?
He did. He did switch to Nike. Yeah. But I think what they did with the Beckham and Zidane ones was like that. They wore those for the entirety of their career. And it was only Predator. Like some players will go to different models within a brand or just switch brands altogether. I think they have home runs with Zidane and Beckham, not only because of, just the appeal of those two players and the aura that they have, that they command themselves, but also they wore those boots at every given point during their career.
I'm trying to think. Like a Rui Costa for Portugal.
Yeah, that's...
going back to like 2006.
The Del Piero one, I think, is probably the best one. I would say Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard and Del Piero are probably the best other Predator players I think I've heard that we've named so far.
Yeah.
Stevie G and Xabi Alonso did this commercial, which I'm 99% sure is fake, but 1% sure it's real. It's like they're the training ground and they have like one of the they have like the automatic ski thrower.
Oh, I've seen, yeah, I've seen that one.
And it's like and they're wearing this training kit, which I can't find anywhere. Like 2007.
Yeah,
and then Gerrard hits it on his third try, and I'm just like, fuck, that was bad. It's probably fake. It's like what's that Ronaldinho commercial where he hits the bar like 20 times in a row? Want it to be real.
That's for the Adidas Predator Power Swerve. I have that training kit. That one that you're talking about, I have that at home.
Oh yeah, really? That's sick.
That's so funny.
I do have a Where Are They Now if we want to use it.
Yeah, I'm
Steve has
to sing though.
Where are they now? Kind of needed some help from Steve there.
Oh shit! I would love to pre-record.
We should
some of that stuff, but like actually try, or we just marinate it in auto-tune and we just sound great.
Auto-tune the shit out of it. Yeah, I like that.
Marinating it in auto-tune.
Just like it's dripping with auto-tune. You can't even tell it's us anymore.
Juicy vocals.
It's just T-Pain.
Yeah, exactly. Holy shit, they got Lil Yachty to do fucking transition songs. That's crazy.
I'm surprised none of us know anyone. There's got to be a famous singer in our circle somewhere. Someone that I don't know.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. You know the
Yeah.
guy who owns
Or Ben.
Laganes. We
I
know
feel
a
like-
singer.
Ben will come here and be like, yeah, I know.
I thought you say
I don't
Ben can
even
sing.
know.
I was like,
No,
Brother.
I don't know about that. you know better than I do. All right, I didn't make this one too hard. I think you guys will get this. Reverse psychology. Okay, it's he is a footballer
okay,
and he's a man.
it's a yep.
Yep.
Is he a striker? Forward?
God damn it.
No, he wasn't. No,
That's what.
no.
Midfielder?
Yes.
Is this person European?
Yes.
Did this person win the World Cup?
No.
Did they win the Champions League?
No. Let me just scroll down to honors. I would be blown away if he did. No.
He's a midfielder. He's
Yep.
They play in
European.
the Prem.
Yep.
Are they currently retired?
I don't. It's not very. Wow. No, not almost a little over a year ago. He retired. So yes, he is.
Retired from a Premier League team?
No. This is where it gets a little dicey.
Okay.
I didn't even know he was on this team. It's
Hang on a
it's a
second.
great team name. It's a level. I can't wait to say the name of the team.
Is this guy from Belgium?
Yeah.
Is this guy Reangelen?
Wow, that's a great one, but no. That's a really no, it's not. That's
I
That's
probably
another
pronounced
good
his
one.
name wrong, but
no, Nangolan. Yeah, I got you. No, it's not.
Fellaini.
It is Fellaini.
fuck, man. I did all the hard work on that.
Steve completely fucked it. Steve, you fucked it. You
Wasn't
treat
he
me,
in,
you
like,
treat me
China?
real poorly. Yeah, you treat me poorly, Steve. It is the team he played for. God, now I'm mad. Now I'm really pissed that Steve.
I didn't actually
Shame,
I
dude.
lost.
So he, of course, we all know where he played before. He retired at a club called Shandong Taishan.
Shandong.
That was his best return. 39 goals.
Dongers.
The
We love the
Dongers.
Dongs.
Yeah.
That's not what they're called. But
Actually, no.
tell me that's not what they're called.
God, no. You know, Wikipedia will give me a nickname. No, I'm not. No. It just means the team of Mount Tai.
Team of Dongs.
Team of dongs. Bag of dongs.
Bag of Dongs.
Just a bag of dongs.
Dog City Rich.
I think, and here's a really interesting. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Y'all caught me smiling while y'all were talking about boots for a minute while I was looking this guy up. So this is crazy. So I actually did not know he was of African descent. So his parents are Moroccan. Yeah, so his parents are Moroccan. So in the second paragraph of his Wikipedia entry, after winning the Belgian Pro League and the Ebony Shoe as a Liège player, he moved to Everton. And I was at the Ebony Shoe. I think that's pretty interesting. And it says the Ebony Shoe Award is a football award in Belgium given annually to the best African or African origin player. And me not knowing he was Moroccan, I was like, did they just decide to skip the African portion for a year? I was like, were there no Africans? And I just read it. I was like, he's not African. I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever read. Sounds kind of Belgian if you're asking me. But I mean, dude, I was literally, I could conceal my smile. I was like, what is going on in Belgium? What are they doing? He's Moroccan. He's Moroccan. Mystery solved. Yeah, retired. Probably soon to be on a panel for the next large European Cup, I assume, on some channel.
On the next
it doesn't
season of Big
say. Yeah, it doesn't say what he's doing. February 3rd, 2024, he announced his retirement.
February 3rd, so a year ago. About a year ago.
Yep.
How old is
he? He is 37. So I think he could have. Probably could have gone a little longer.
I think is Rooney as old as 30? Is Rooney 37?
Isn't he like 40?
I don't.
Is he not?
Maybe. He's either 37 or 39. I thought. Rooney
39.
39. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know he's younger than Ronaldo,
Mhm.
which is wild.
Are we still? No, we got Premier League matches this weekend. A little trashy tease.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Nottingham Forest and Man City early game
Oh.
on Saturday.
Real quick before we get real deep into it, I did want to say that if you guys have seen the FA Cup, the draws for who's playing who
Oh
next,
yeah.
I just really wanted
yeah.
to quickly say Fulham versus Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
Preston North End versus Villa, and there's Bournemouth versus City, and then Brighton versus Forest.
I'd love to see a Preston North End versus Nottingham Forest semifinal.
Preston, yeah, Preston, obviously the only one who's not in the Premier League that's still swinging. We'll see what happens with Villa. I think Asensio and Rashford are evolving and growing into something there. So who knows what can happen? Magic of the Cup. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that the draws had happened, and that's the fixtures. Anyway, trashy teas.
Preston North End 15th in the championship, by the way.
Yeah,
and they beat Burnley 3-0.
Yeah,
and not
It's
doing
wild.
great.
What was it? I mean, since we're talking about it, I think Coventry, they're under Lampard, right? They went from they were in the relegation zone to I think they're in like 5th place now.
Yeah.
So he's actually found a team that he's doing well at. All right. As for the Prem, we'll go back to Nottingham Forest, Man City in the morning, and then go to West Ham, Newcastle on Monday.
Dude, I kind of want Forest to beat City. That would be hot. I'd also love to see Leicester beat Chelsea, but Leicester cannot beat a drum to save their life. They are in free fall.
It's a little sad. It's a little sad. I'm gonna go. United are not beating Arsenal. I obviously I want that to happen. That's not. There's just even with Mikel Merino as center forward, it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna.
I think Bournemouth will beat Tottenham.
That's gonna be a great game.
Crystal Palace will probably beat Ipswich.
There's not a lot of juicy games.
City and Forest, I think, is pretty juicy in my opinion.
Yeah.
As far as juice goes, that's got the juice. Everton Wolves could be a little something.
I'm gonna go Everton there. Everton have actually been sort of decent recently.
Everton,
Beto's been on it.
Everton's 16th and Wolves are 17th. However, there's 10 points between the two of them. So, should Wolves win, they're not going over them, but they are right beside each other in the table. So.
Yeah. All right. Nate's got Everton beating Wolves. Steve's got Forest beating City. Hot. I've got Man U beating Arsenal. Chilly.
That
is silly. That's just silly.
It is at Old Trafford, but I mean, as bad as United are, they do have a player for every position that belongs in that position, and Arsenal don't.
Yeah.
I do love Sterling. I love watching Sterling being bad. That warms me. I don't know. I'm kind of over Arsenal. They just complain every week. I mean, yeah.
All right. We had a boot unwrapping. We picked some low-hanging fruit about Man U. We talked
I need to talk more about Celtic, but we don't have time.
Talked about Celtic. Talked about a bag of dicks. I believe that came up at one point.
Bag of dongs.
We talked about bag of dongs. This was a great episode.
It's got everything you want.
Yeah.
Boots, footy, sex appeal. We got
Sex
everything.
appeal.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah. No Ben.
No Ben. Jesus.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I redact that. I redact it. I redact it. Don't
Yeah,
clip that chat. Don't clip it.
Ben's coming out hot this time against Nate. All right, see you guys then.
Good. All right.
Yeah, all right, bye.
I think if I was to change